Between 2014 and 2018, Jeff Bezos' wealth increased by $99 billion. His Amazon stock went from $30 billion to $129 billion. In those same 4 years, Bezos paid $903 million in federal income taxes. That sounds like a lot until you do the math. $973 million on $99 billion in wealth growth is a tax rate of 0.98%, less than 1%. You paid more. If you make $60,000 a year, your effective federal tax rate is around 10 to 12%. You paid 10 times the rate that Jeff Bezos paid on your salary, while Bezos made $99 billion. But here's what's even more insane. In 2007 and 2011, Jeff Bezos paid zero federal income taxes. Zero. Despite being worth over $18 billion in 2011, he paid nothing. Elon Musk in 2018 paid zero federal income taxes. He was worth $23 billion, zero taxes. Michael Bloomberg between 2014 and 2018 paid an effective rate of 1.3%. Carly Kahn in 2016 and 2017 paid zero. George Soros between 2016 and 2018 paid zero. This isn't tax evasion. This isn't illegal. This is a strategy so effective, so powerful, and so protected by the tax code that the wealthiest people in America use it to avoid paying billions in taxes every year while staying completely within the law. It's called buy, borrow, die. And it's the reason why billionaires pay lower tax rates than their secretaries, why wealth inequality is accelerating, and why the federal government is running trillion-dollar deficits, while the richest Americans pay almost nothing. Here's how the strategy works, why it's legal, who lobbied to create these loopholes, how much tax revenue is lost, what happens when they die, and why you can't use it even though you're paying taxes to subsidize the system that protects it. Understanding buy, borrow, die isn't just about taxes. It's about seeing how the American system is designed at the legislative level to transfer wealth upward while making you think everyone pays their fair share. Because they don't. And the gap is so extreme, it would make you sick if you saw the real numbers. Let me show you exactly how billionaires pay zero taxes legally and why the IRS is powerless to stop them. The buy, borrow, die strategy has 3 steps. Each step is simple. Together, they create a machine that generates infinite wealth while paying almost zero taxes. Step 1, buy assets that appreciate in value. Stocks, real estate, companies, art, anything that grows over time. This is the foundation. Jeff Bezos owns 990 million shares of Amazon. Elon Musk owns 401 million shares of Tesla. These shares increase in value every year. Bezos' net worth goes up. Musk's net worth goes up. But here's the key. Unrealized gains are not taxed. If you buy Amazon stock at $100 and it goes to $200, you made $100 in profit. But the IRS doesn't tax that profit until you sell the stock. As long as you hold it, the gain is unrealized and you owe zero taxes. This is true for everyone. If you own stocks in your brokerage account and they go up, you don't pay taxes until you sell. But here's the difference. You eventually sell because you need the money to live. You cash out your stocks to buy a house, pay for retirement, pay for your kids' college. When you sell, you pay capital gains taxes, 15% to 20% on the profit. Billionaires never sell. They hold the assets forever. And because they never sell, they never realize the gains and they never pay taxes. So how do they live? How do they buy houses, yachts, private jets if they never sell their stocks? Step 2, borrow. Instead of selling assets and paying taxes, billionaires borrow money using their assets as collateral. Here's how it works. Jeff Bezos owns $100 billion in Amazon stock. He goes to Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley and says, I want to borrow $500 million. The bank says, sure, use your Amazon stock as collateral. We'll give you a loan at 2% interest. Bezos takes the $500 million in cash. He spends it on whatever he wants. Houses, jets, yachts, funding other investments. And critically, borrowed money is not taxable income. Think about that. If you earn $500 million in salary, you pay 37% federal income tax plus state taxes. That's $185 million in federal taxes alone. If you borrow $500 million using your stock as collateral, you pay zero income taxes because it's a loan, not income. And here's the beautiful part for the billionaire. The interest on the loan, 2%, is far less than the growth of the assets. If Amazon stock grows 15% per year and the loan costs 2% per year, Bezos is making 13% net. He's getting richer while living off borrowed money tax-free. This is called securities-backed lending. Every major bank offers it to ultra-high net worth clients. You need at least $10 million to $50 million in assets to access these loans. Below that, banks don't care. So Bezos borrows $500 million at 2%. He lives off that for a few years. When he needs more money, he borrows another $500 million. Still no taxes. In the original loan, he doesn't pay it off. He refinances